Hello there, motherfuckers. And, as much as I try, I can't fully escape wrestling because sometimes there's a great thing I see on the internet and I just can't, help myself. The one thing that's keeping any wrestling content going on this channel is pretty much the fact that, the fanboys are so triggered. Anytime I say anything about AEW, I just can't help myself. And it's like no one seems to understand that wrestling is not popular anymore. People don't care about wrestling. There's 1,001 excuses of why wrestling is still relevant and why AEW is going to be so amazing and change the world, and it's going to lead to another wrestling boom period. But people are not even saying that, but they're making like it is going to. So let's take a look here at CM Punk on here. He calls himself CM Punk now. I think he used to be called Coach or the Coach on here as a nickname. But so he recently did a tweet, and this is like my thoughts exactly. Since I can't have fun and tweet about movies or baseball without you telling me about wrestling, question for you. Why do you spend your time on something you hate? If it's so bad, leave it. I did. Works wonders. I look forward to the intelligent discourse. And there's Scott Casey Gale right there. Scott Casey. And, just because I like Scott Casey Gale and he's a friend, I'll read his tweet because I love to watch wrestling and voice my opinion on it. If I like it, I'll watch it, and if I don't like what WWE Raw and SmackDown are doing, then I will give my opinions on it. That's why. And Scott is a fan. He enjoys a lot of the product, and, he enjoys it. Unlike me. I don't enjoy it. That's why I'm not currently reviewing it anymore. I just feel that the current fan landscape is so annoying, and they are in part responsible. They are almost just as responsible as Vince McMahon destroying the WWE and wrestling as a whole. They share equal the blame. You've got Scott Casey Gale, who's a good fan. He doesn't cause a lot of trouble. It's, he's not going around calling people stupid and this is not real wrestling, so you gotta respect somebody who gives their opinions but does it in a classy way. And CM Punk is exactly right here. CM Punk has a genuine point. Why? Why, if people are so angsty and they hate wrestling so much, and why do they want AEW to kill the WWE? First of all, number one, that's not going to happen. And number two, it's AEW, to me, it just feels like bootleg wrestling. I'm sorry, you guys, it's funny how people were gingerly trying to say that I'm a WWE fanboy, but I don't review the product anymore. I haven't in a few months now, guys, so, and I don't see any reason to go back. You've got Stomping Grounds, which is tonight, and I'm not going to be watching that shit because it looks fucking terrible. Needless to say, of course, almost everyone is saying that. But there's going to be people who are going to watch it. Look right here on the side. It's trending in the USA. Look how many tweets there are. It's trending right now in the USA. So, the WWE is still relevant. Do you see AEW on this side? Of course you don't. Because WWE is a global brand. Whether you like it or not, it would probably be better for the WWE to improve than a new company to come along. Because, first of all, no one seems to get this point, is that how is Cody Rhodes qualified as a businessman? How is Cody Rhodes qualified to run a company? Now, of course, it's the Khans, but the Khans don't seem to really know that much about wrestling. So, they're leaving it in the hands of the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes. And I keep on saying this, and I've said this for how many videos already. How are the Young Bucks going to run a wrestling company when they're like marks themselves. And Cody Rhodes is a mark. He wasn't even that good in the WWE. People make it like, oh, he wasn't given a chance. And maybe, just maybe, he didn't deserve a chance because he wasn't really that good. But anyway, that's besides the point. What I really want to talk about here is this tweet. It's like, why? And this is, and I made it in my video where I said that I need a break from the cringe. And this is the thing, because it's so damn cringy, it's so bad, why watch it? You know, you people are still, all the people who are watching AEW are watching WWE, and I've talked about this time and time again. Everyone that went to ROH, even though, you know, when they were at the shows, they'd be talking about how much WWE sucks, and when Jimmy Yang was going to go back to the WWE in 06, you know, everyone said that, yo, he's just going to wind up on Velocity and all this shit, and the thing is, these people were going to go right home and watch WWE the next day. So that's the thing. If you are a wrestling fan, there's no one out there who just watches New Japan or just watches Impact. There are a few people. I know there's PlayStation Guy, there's Polston who does it all the time. I get it. But, you know, the majority like watches everything. You know, if they watch WWE, more times than not, they're going to watch another company. And a lot of times, and I've been on the internet wrestling community for a long time already. The thing is, like, people kind of also watch it so they could talk about guys that no one else knows. And that used to be kind of a cooler thing, I think, back in the early 2000s, in the early days of the internet wrestling community. But now, it's, like, so cringy, because, like, underground shit is pretty much obsolete because everyone's on the internet and pretty much everyone knows about anything that's underground. I mean, some people are not meme savvy and some people are not, like, internet culture savvy, but that world is more open now. So, like, you don't seem as cool now. Like, oh, I'm the guy, you know, who has the New Japan DVDs. You know, people used to act like, oh, I'm the fucking man because I watch New Japan. Oh my god, whoa, the big tough guy. You know, if I see a New Japan fan walking down the street, I'm moving to the other side of the sidewalk because fuck. I mean, that's a tough motherfucker right there. I don't want to mess with that guy. And that might have been the type of character that people used to try to paint for themselves on the internet, but that's not really the case anymore. Wrestling is just so uncool now. It's exactly as CM Punk is. It's so terrible. Yet people will defend it like there's no tomorrow. And people are like obsessed with CM Punk. Listen how they chant his name. And I said this. He doesn't give a fuck what any of you guys think. It's like, I don't even know. Like, what is this guy even saying here? I read this before I made this video, but I still don't get it. Their parents are getting older. Their friends are married and having kids. The neighborhood they grew up in is unfamiliar. They see a stranger's face when they look in the mirror, but bringing back the people who wrestled when they were younger will fix all of it. I don't even get that. Like, that sounded like the build up to a good burn, where like they could have said that like you're wasting your life on wrestling, but however you say this guy's name, what's Ron Cass? I don't fucking know. Ronzilla? Who is this jabroni anyway? I don't know, but I see the affection of a cat, you know, and just like, oh, Archie comics. I used to read a lot of Archie comics. They were the ones who made Sonic the Hedgehog. I still don't know who the fuck that guy is. But, then you've got this jabroni. Like, what did he do here? He made something. He says, like, I am wrestling for AE. Okay, that. I want to say that's funny, but that's also creepy. And the guy actually, like, spent all that time to make that shit. I think you just made a decision on whether I walk out of this job I'm at today easier. I don't know. You know, everyone's just gonna keep posting a bunch of cringy shit. I don't, you know, it's like wrestling fans think they're so funny and so clever, but it's like, oh my god, you know, like they try to get involved in meme culture, but they're so damn lame when they try to do it. I don't know, because their brain is so limited, because it's limited to wrestling. I don't know, I'm looking for something good. I'll take this challenge. Here's Will. I don't hate pro wrestling. I actually love it. I happen to dislike a lot of what one big pro wrestling company puts on, because I know they're capable of better, because I've seen it. Even in their recent flashes of greatness. See Mania this year. And on that note, guys, I'm done reading the tweets, because I just can't. Once someone praises Mania from this year, guys, do you realize that WrestleMania was pretty much the reason why I fucking called it off? I should have called it off long ago. I said I was doing it for the subs, and I really meant that, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed roasting the product and analyzing it and sitting down to make these videos and everything, and it was a lot of fun, but it just wasn't worth it, because even spending an hour on YouTube watching the clips so I got a main idea of what was going on with the product just so I could watch it, I am like, why do I even need to watch clips? If I need to just watch clips of the show, that tells you that it's bad. Like, you know, for example, like sports fans, they don't just like watch clips of baseball. They watch the whole fucking game. It's 3 hours, but they enjoy it. And a lot of people enjoy, and a lot of people enjoy football. It's like no one just watches clips of the Super Bowl. But why with wrestling am I like, I can't even stand to watch the show, so I have to watch it in clips in order to, you know, deliver the content here on YouTube. That's just so fucking ridiculous. And exactly what Punk says. If I hate it that much and I'm bashing the shit out of it, and I can't stand it for, you know, what is the point? Why am I still watching it? It does not make sense to continue to watch it when it is that fucking bad. It's just like stupid already, because I'm just basically gonna yammer on. And I even caught myself in many of the reviews saying it time and time again. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I know I say it every week, and you know what, but it bears repeating. It doesn't bear repeating, because what I've said pretty much every possible thing that I could possibly say in any of those reviews. Raw sucks, SmackDown sucks, the WWE sucks, wrestling is finished, the ratings are in the toilet, no one watches it except the obsessive fans. WWE owes all of their money, all of any success that they have at all, to the obsessive fans in the international market. They have no values anymore. I'm not saying that McMahon was ever a guy full of values, but I'm just saying, like, go back and watch a Raw from, like, let's, you know what, like, you guys want to say, like, all he does is talk about the Attitude Era. Well, this is still, just, I don't know, just watch something from the year 2002. It felt a lot less corporate. It felt like something was still happening on those shows. Like, people like to criticize. That's actually when they started to lose ratings, in 2002. But you look at that show, and you still see, like, wrestlers being built. You still see wrestlers not being, you know, shown as a joke. Okay, so, like, the NWO failed and everything. But as many bad things as they had that year, there was still a lot of good shit going on. Like, there was some things that were questionable, but there was still a reason to tune into next week. What is the reason to tune into next week? A lot of the time, they'll have, like, the last segment and nothing even fucking happens on it. If the show is so bad, why even come back the next week? There's no reason to. You know, it's like when a show just gets boring, there's no other people in the world that will continue to watch that show. Usually a show crashes and burns. Like, people don't like Walking Dead. Walking Dead is like falling off big time because people just weren't digging it, right? Do people, and there are people that still watch it, and I was even one of those people that still continue to watch it because I was generally enjoying, Negan and everything, and that's fine. But Walking Dead was still getting pretty decent ratings, not as good as they were at one point, but they were still getting pretty good ratings. But with WWE, it's like the bottom of the barrel. It's like, it's so bad. And even the people who are obsessed with it, they even say that it's bad. And they don't like that the way it's going. But they know that when they keep bitching and complaining, that McMahon sometimes gives them what they want. You know what I'm saying? Just like they're making like Ricochet look good on TV. Like he could actually beat people. And then you've got, and trust me, I've already heard about the little video that he's had. I was thinking about making a video on that, but I really didn't want to make a whole video about a guy. I'm not even going to say it, but you guys know he did something with his finger into a certain part of his anatomy. And all I have to say is, guys, I was saying it all along. I said what I had to say with Finn Balor. How would I have to say about Ricochet? You guys can just take it from there. That one's too fucking easy. So, needless to say, you've got a bunch of guys on here that, Kofi Kingston, everyone said that Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston, if you made them champions, like, this was going to be good. And you still see with that last tweet before I turned off, my picture-in-picture right there, the screen capture. These people, there's people out there that actually thought that WrestleMania was good. They actually enjoyed that WrestleMania. They actually thought that it was quality stuff. And I'm just like, guys, do you not remember WrestleMania 17? Do you not remember WrestleMania 19? Do you not remember the main event of WrestleMania 20? Do you not remember some of these great WrestleManias that we've had? Even like something, WrestleMania 23. I mean, pull any WrestleMania. Even the previous year was WrestleMania, and it was still better than that fucking nonsense that they gave us. I mean, guys, it's fucking horrible. It's bad. And to still continue to watch it is so counterproductive. It's like, what is the reasoning behind doing so? And I don't think anyone can answer this, because what I'm saying is there's no people on the fucking planet that are like wrestling fans. They're masochistic. They're fucking crazy. They're nuts. They're out of their minds. Because it's like they will sit around and watch something that they hate just because they know every now and again they're going to be thrown a bone. And because they know Cody Rhodes is, hey, it's me, Cody Rhodes. I love you guys. I'm going to make this product. I'm going to push all the guys that you love, even though they all suck. And no one would even bother. Guys, like, watch how fast that show fails on TNT. It's just like, I just don't know how so many people fall for this shit time and time again. Like, where were you during the days of TNA? Where were you guys during the Spike TV era of TNA? Did you not see how they basically got kicked off the fucking network? And I know there's people that still like Impact, but a lot of people don't enjoy Impact because the ratings are like really in the toilet. I mean, the only time that they could get ratings is when they had Glenn Gilberti on there because he's super entertaining. But I mean, like, look how this shit is going. And guys, I gotta even ask a question here. I don't even know how. There's some really cool people, subs of mine, friends on Facebook that enjoy Impact. But guys, like Tessa Blanchard, like beating up like men and everything, and like. You know what I mean? Like, you guys want to complain about, like, the feminist shit that in WWE with cringy Lynch and all that? What's the Tessa Blanchard shit? Guys, you know what I mean? It was funny when it was Glenn Gilberti, and I get it because he's an older guy, and he's trying to make her look good. But now, like, they're moving on to her, like, beating up Sami Callihan. I don't know, guys. You know, it's like, I'm really lost. Like, I just don't understand the mentality of people. Like, what? It's just, I think it's kind of like politics. So many people have so many different opinions on things. It's like, we're never going to agree. Because it's just like, it's all over the place. But I think we can kind of come to some common ground when we say that wrestling is not as good as it used to be. And that, judging by the fact that it's more than halfway through 2019, and we haven't had a good wrestling year since, oh god, I don't know, like 2003, I think it's safe to say that the best days of wrestling are far behind us, and CM Punk's right. I think it's about time that you guys maybe thought about doing what I'm doing and just not watching that fucking fucked up shit. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell so you get all the notifications when I post all my new videos. And guys, I'll see you next time.